Hello guys and welcome back to Excelsior Academy. So again, I have brought another numerical based on the molecular biology concepts. Okay, so this already we have done few numericals similar to this. So in this, one more condition is given so that you can, understand, and little bit twisting is being done. So let's see the question first. Assuming that a particular chromosome has equal numbers of the four bases, what would be the average size of the pieces formed by cutting the chromosome with the following restriction enzymes? So here we see that they have said, see, one thing what you need to remember or you need to understand over here is that it is given that the number of bases are equal. So here we can say that ATGC are equal. So we can say that all are in 50%. That is A 25 to T in 25 percentage, G is also 25 and C also 25 percentage, right? So keeping this into the mind, now what the question is asking, what would be the average size of the pieces? Okay, if the chromosome is being cut by these restriction enzymes. So we have got 1 and 2. So SAL1 is there. So how many are there? There are 6 base pairs. So if you remember or if you have seen the previous video, so then you know how exactly we need to calculate. So here we know that the probability of occurring of these bases among these four is going to be 1/4, right? So we have over here G, T, C, G, A, C. So what is the probability of occurring of these bases? So we have here 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, again 1/4, right? So on multiplying all these, what we get is 1/4 raised upon 6, which will be near about 104096. Okay, so what is the probability of what will be the average size of the pieces formed? So this is going to be the average size. Okay, so it means that in a chromosome, after 4096 base pair, there is one presence of this restriction site. Then again after that 4096 another will come. Okay, so this is the meaning of this. Now similarly for the not one also. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are there. So keeping this into mind, similarly for this also it becomes 1/4 raised upon 8. So this is the value you get. Now coming to the second part of the question. So what is the second part of the question says? Would this average size change if the chromosome had 60% AT base pairs and 40% GC base pairs? If yes, then explain. So of course, see, when you're changing the percentage of the bases, of course, there will be a change in the size of the pieces, right? Because initially we assume that ATGC by 25%. Now, because of this new scenario, A becomes 30%, T becomes 30%, GC will be your 20%, C is your 20%. Okay. Now this can be written as 0.3 or 0.2 here, right? Now, if suppose you take SAL1, let us take the example of this only. So we have got G, T, C, G, A, C. So what is the value you are getting over here? G is 0.2, T is 0.3, C is 0.2, G again 0.2, A is 0.3 and C is 0.2, right? So on multiplying what you are getting over here, so you have got 0.3 square and 0.2, how many? 4 are there, right? So you are going to get some value. So how much you are getting on multiplying? So you are going to get 0.000144. Or in other words, like you need to calculate the size. So what you have to do, you just take the value over here. So that becomes your the size of the fragment. How you are going to calculate? 1 upon 0.000144. So how much you are going to get then? So 1 divided by 0.00144, right? So near around how much you are getting? 6944, right? So these many base pairs you are getting, and in the previous we saw that it was around 4096. So from 4096 it has become 6944. So yes, the size of the chromosome fragment will vary if there is a change in the percentage of AT base pairs and GC base pairs. Okay, so similarly you can do for GC, for not one also, GC, G, G, C, C, GC. So again we know that A and T is 0.3 and GC is 0.2, right? So again, you can write it over here. Since over here there is no AT, so you can take as 0.2 raised to 8. So you're going to get certain values, and when you calculate, so let's calculate how much we are getting over here. Okay, so we are going to get around how much we are getting. Okay, let's just calculate this. So we are getting something around 0.0000256. Okay, and if you take this value 1 upon, so what, how much you are getting? Certain values you will get. Okay, so in the same way you can calculate this also. So this is how you're going to do your numerical if such questions are coming. So whenever they say that the equal number of bases are given, then you have to take the 25%. Okay, and you can see that 25% can be written as like this also, 1/4. So whatever the probability initially we have taken is correct. In the same way, 30% was given. You could have taken 3/10 or 0.3 itself. So whatever we have done is mathematically correct only. So I hope this is clear to everyone, all of you, and more questions will be coming. So stay tuned with the Excel Tutor Academy for more questions. So thank you guys, and keep watching Excel Tutor Academy for more questions and more tricky questions to be solved.